somewhere on Spaceship Earth. It's Thursday. We're going into Venice to go skate at the skate park. Just tripping, man. This all used to be, would have been in traffic by now at this time in the morning. It's 9:30. This was a guaranteed. A lot of people moving around, man. No one on the highway anymore. I think it still trips me out. I mean, it's easy to get around nowadays. That's for sure. That's the bonus. But, what's everyone doing, dude? I just don't get what everyone's doing now. We are, almost 9 months later of this insanity. And, yeah, this is Topanga, PCH. This would have been a super duper bottleneck. There would have been all sorts of traffic here. I mean, it's a fair amount of people coming out of Topanga still. Not really. If that's all there is, that's pretty wild. It's pretty wild, man. I don't know. I can't wrap my head around this whole scene. It doesn't seem to matter on a weird level. I still don't get how the system's still up and running. It can only be a matrix, an illusion, a hologram, a facsimile of some sort of mind-created reality. I'm not sure, because I cannot wrap my head around 9 months later that there just aren't people roaming the streets, pushing shopping carts. I mean, there's plenty of them, don't get me wrong, but I don't know how the whole grid stayed intact so far. I mean, we'll go into Venice and Santa Monica, man. Nothing's happening. Nothing's happening, man. And yet, somehow, people are, I don't get how they're feeding themselves. I don't understand how it works anymore. Because I've never bought into the system. I've always thought it was a fraud. But now we're seeing something that's really weird about it, because here we are 9 months later, right? 9 months of this stuff later, and how are people paying their bills? I don't quite understand it. You know, I guess people are getting enough work to gap it. I know that there's all these weird, like, you can't kick someone out of their house right now, but they still owe all that money. Just because they weren't able to pay their rent the last 9 months doesn't mean they don't owe 9 months worth of rent. If you read any of these weird things they've put through. So it's and I talked to my friend in Pennsylvania who's like the big car salesman. He's like, dude, cars are flying off the shelf. And I'm over in my neighborhood, man, if a house goes up for sale, it's sold within like a week. I don't get it. I'm fully baffled as to what's going on. Because I get the people that can push the paperwork are all just doing it with credit. I get that on a certain level. Like they're just smoke and mirroring their way into a new house or a new car. But the average person that's just, you know, needs to fill their fridge and, you know, what are they using? Are they just racking up crazy credit card debt? I'm not really sure how this thing hasn't just devolved. I mean, it has devolved because we're seeing any sort of just wrong move. It's just riots and looting and chaos. And yet, I mean, I live in Los Angeles County, right? 10 million people. I don't get what most of them are doing, dude. lot of stuff's closed up. It's getting colder, so the restaurants, I don't quite understand the whole thing, especially as it's easy for me to kind of be oblivious to it in my little like loop of my house and school and just my little world. But then that's why I do my come down to Venice and go skate, to kind of get a look at the urban grid. And I'm driving here and I just like, what is going on? Now, where did everybody go? How did they? I don't understand what's going on. It's really confusing. Just on an observational level, I mean, you can get into all the deeper stuff about it, but I mean, just as a dude cruising around, it's like, so what's everyone doing today? Where are all the tens and thousands of people that used to be on this highway right now, heading into town, coming from where, Ventura County, the Valley, wherever? What are they doing today? Like, are they just at home watching Netflix? I mean, I'm sure many of them are working via the distance working. And then you throw in this weird thing with all the children not being at school. I mean, I guess a lot of them are like making sure their children stay glued to the control device for education. Jeez, dude. I don't quite understand what's going on, man. I don't get where everybody's just gone. It really does feel like a video game in that sense of like, I think many of us have joked, what would it look like if everybody just pretty much disappeared and you could get around and do what you wanted? I was like, well, this is it. Here it is. All thoughts create, right? And I was funny. I was talking to my wife last night and I was like, it's great there's no traffic, but there's also nowhere to go either. Like, what are you going to do nowadays? Like, everything's closed or boarded up because it got destroyed. I mean, I was thinking about like the aquarium the other day, just randomly, like, what is like a big aquarium doing? Like, what are they doing, dude? Those things are fully dependent upon people like congregating and like pointing at the fish going, whoa, look at that. I don't quite understand where everybody is. It's 9:30, it's almost 10 o'clock in the morning. What is everybody doing today? Because I can't judge it from my own lifestyle, because like, I know what I'm doing. I'm taking my owl to school and running some errands and just, stocking up for the apocalypse. But there's a lot of construction going on. That's what I find interesting too, is a lot of construction going on. I don't know who they're building all this stuff for. That's the other thing that kind of trips me out. Like, who are they building all this stuff for? I don't know, man. I'm pulling into Santa Monica right now. It's like quiet, dude. You can almost hear the tumbleweeds blowing down the street here. We'll stop this and I'll flip the camera. We got a little bit of window glare, but apologize for that, but what are you gonna do? So I'm in Santa Monica right now. This normally would be a pretty bustling place. There's Cora's empty, and there's like 2 people eating in there. I don't quite get what's going on here. It's weird. It's definitely a weird world we inhabit nowadays. And I guess people just are like sleeping in today. Like, what do people, I know what I have to do, because I got to get up every day with the small child and take him to school. But what do most of these people do? Don't have these anchor points in their reality that are unchanging just due to the nature of reality, man. Like, Dude, are people just like laying in bed, like being like, well, I'm not, whatever. I don't know what people, where is everybody? I'm in like a city right now. Like, where is everybody? I mean, everybody's in their little bubbles driving around, but really, like, where is everybody? I don't get it. What is everybody doing? I mean, see, there's a mom with the baby. Yeah, she's got to be on the move. A little. She's got a little right there. But what's everybody else doing? I'm so confused. Nothing going on over there. That's like 3rd Street or Main Street. Sorry, my bad. Nothing going on anywhere, dude. There'd be normally just people all over this scene. See, I'm not understanding it if I do it like on like basic human reality. So it has to be a simulation. It has to be some sort of weird experiment / like, oh, we're just gonna end a bunch of like NPC programs because they were taking too much energy up. They're all just dormant in their little tubes, right? They're just, look at, see, they're building right there. Putting up a building for who? For what? I don't get the commercial buildings. Like, who's building commercial buildings right now? I mean, we're 9 months later. I get it. Money was in the pipeline pre all the craziness, but here we are. Sorry about the window being dirty. I just saw that. A lot of sun glare. All right, here we are. We're about to cross over into Venice. Just nobody around, dude. Now, what, like a runner, like a lone runner. People still exercising. Yeah, nothing, dude. Look at this. Just nothing going on, man. Weird. Some cars moving around. That's about it. But where are the people? Are you seeing this? Like, where are the people? There's nobody. All there are cars, but where are the people? I don't understand. It's 9 months later, dude. Everybody's just fully like given up, just sitting in their house.